Hello, welcome to Fashion Drawing with Mona. Today we are going to analyze facial features, front view only. Three-quarter view, side view will be the next lesson. But I think that we need to start with the basics today. We're going to do eyes, nose, and mouth. So come along and we're going to start that right now. So let's start with the lips. And the lips are very easy to begin with. Start with a rectangle. And if you want to use that ruler, you can do that. But of course, there is no such thing as an exact way of drawing an eye or a nose or lips. But start with a rectangle. And with that rectangle, create a median line. And then break up that rectangle with a vertical line. So here you have your four basic parts of the mouth. So with that division, draw two circles for the upper lip and an oval for the lower lip. And that becomes your template for drawing the lips. So if we were to eliminate these lines, you've got the center line and you've got upper lip, oval for the lower lip, and the median line. So you go from the corner, dip down to that one circle, pull back up again, and then go out to the median line. With the bottom of the upper lip, there's a little bit of a dip and back down again. So there is a gap from the upper circles to the lower oval. Bring your line in, follow along to the bottom of the oval, and come back up again. The top lip is a little bit less than the lower lip, although everybody's mouth is a little bit different. So here we'll have the finish. You have the upper lip, and here what is that little philtrum above it that creates that dip. You've got the circle, back down, and the lower lip. And that would be rendered pretty much like so to create a full mouth. And there you have a pretty basic design of a lip. Starting from the rectangle, build it up with circles and an oval, keep building up, and there is your finish. Let's start with the eye here. Get a very simple, nice circle going. With that circle, bisect that into an almond shape. Everybody's eyes are a little bit different, but let's start with an almond as a basic shape. And within that shape, you've got the iris. And the iris goes almost to the bottom of the lower lid. The upper lid will connect up to where that circle is, and above that will be the eyebrow that will arch over. So here you have the almond shape. So this is going to be the left eye. We're going to put the little bit of the tear duct here, the corner of the eye, inner corner. And you've got the pupil. So the pupil doesn't go in the center of the eye. That looks a little bit scary. The pupil rests below the upper lid line. And there's a little bit of space between the iris and the lower lid. And so let's eliminate the circle, bring in the oval shape with the little corner of the eye. Here's the lower lid. Here is the upper lid. Following along. Here is the eyebrow. Again, it's an arch following the curve of the eye. Here is the iris and the pupil. And then let's just add a little bit more detail to the eye. Some indication of lashes, upper and lower. And then we'll do a little bit of shadow on the lid. And there you have a pretty simple and easy rendering of a finished eye. So with the nose, let's start with that rectangle. Very easy shape. And let's put a circle here for the tip of the nose. From that rectangle, you will come out with a triangle. And that triangle will indicate where the nostrils will go. So the nostrils come out from the rectangle, from the triangle. And here is the tip still remaining for the tip of the nose. So what we're going to do is we're going to eliminate that rectangular line. You can still keep a little bit of the tip with the circle. The nostrils come out, go dip around the bottom of the circle, again, copying it on the other side, and here you have the nostril, here you have the philtrum. You will eliminate that part of the rectangle, and then at the bottom comes the mouth. And there you have a pretty simple explanation and rendering of a nose. In order to put into practice what you've learned with measuring and doing the facial features, I tore out a photograph from a magazine and then made a copy. And what you can do is take your lines and divide up the face, like what we've learned, where you've got your nice egg shape, oval, and there's the nose that divides up, then there's the chin that divides up. So with those basic of measurements, let's do a face. So I use my vellum paper and I lay it over the face, and I'm going to do two drawings. One will be in pencil, and the next one will be more of a fashion sketch using a brush and markers. So in order to show you how we render with different techniques, I'm going to start with pencil. So I am using this vellum paper, which is a translucent, transparent kind of a paper. Let's start with the basics. We've got the eyebrows. I'm going to go back and I'm going to do detail later. Let's pull in the forehead and then add her hair that comes out of the hairline. Pull in the ears. We will do ears, hands, feet, and all of that a little bit later, but we're just focusing on the face right now. So here is, following the jawline, we've got her nose here, the eyes, the almond-shaped eyes, the eyelids, the iris, and the pupil. So this is all what we've just learned. The nostrils, the philtrum, upper lip. Now here her mouth is open just a little bit, so we're going to leave that little space with the teeth, and never ever ever indicate teeth, because that looks pretty scary in a drawing. So usually you want the models to look kind of blasé and relaxed anyway, so you're not going to show in a fashion illustration a huge smile. So here with pencil, and this is a very soft pencil, here's her neck. Remember, models have incredibly long swan necks. So here is your basic shape and indication of the model's face. So now what I'm going to do is I will bring in some shadows and some shading on this. So the eyebrows, the hair grows out towards the outside of the face. So the hairs are in this direction. You've got the inner part of the eye, and you've got the eyelashes again, and those grow out to the outside of the face. So she's got darker brown eyes. We're going to leave a little bit of white for the indication of light. And here's the bottom of the lid. So we're bringing in the shadowing. Here are the cheekbones. The cheekbones kind of swoop down. A little bit of an indication of the cheekbone. Here is the nose. Tip of the nose. Nostrils. Shadow under. We've got the upper lip, which is generally darker than the lower lip. And here's that oval again that shows the fullness of the lower lip. So this side of the face, you'll see, is more rendered than the other side of the face. We'll bring in a little bit of toning. Again, pull in a little bit darker for the cheekbones. I'm just doing a little bit of a pencil work here. And then her hair, bringing in a darker tone. We'll go into hairstyles and indication of hair at another time. So here you have the face indicated in graphite pencil. Now let's go on to doing the same face, but using it more with markers and a brush pen. So I can take the same picture, and I'll take a pen, just a little marker pen to indicate some of the basic design, and then we're going to come over a little bit later on with a brush. So here's the face shape. Here's the almond-shaped eyes and the eyebrows, the nostrils, nose, and mouth. All right, so here we have that. Now, we're going to make it more fashiony. So we're going to do a swoop of the eyebrow, a swoop of the eye, little indication of the pupil, the iris, the nose, very simply done. A little bit of the upper eyelid, the lips. And just with a few strokes of a brush, you can create a very nice, loose fashion illustration. Give her a little earring. And then what we can do is take a marker and you can pull in some shadows. Use your finger if you want. I always use my finger. So I always have a little marker all the time on my hands and the neck. And here you have on this side again, a fashion illustration with a few brush lines and a few marker indications. And there you have it.